Continu is for 25 years active on the Dutch market. We are from the core a secondment company specialized in construction and industry. And during the years we have evolved in that, doing more acquisitions, so our service offering has also expanded. Well, we see that the market from a legal perspective in the Netherlands is evolving. If you look at the position of the temps, that is getting better with the years, which we think is very good. There's more security for them. If we look from a business perspective, then as Continu, we were a family-owned company focusing on SMEs, and we now see that with the more momentum that we are getting from the market, we are getting bigger and bigger. So more bigger companies like large corporates are also coming to Continu. So for us, there's very much room to gain. Well, of course, one big challenge at this moment is how we handle COVID and also the position of our candidates. Going forward, I think digital is something that is very important for the whole of the market. You can place that in a broader perspective by saying, well, digital is the way we engage with candidates, but also from a back office perspective and the way we handle the procedures over there, things are going much more faster. It's about automation, digitalization. So in the core, we are doing the same what we have always done, and that's making sure that you make the best matches between companies and candidates. But the way we handle it, it's a completely different game. Well, I've joined Continu 5.5 years ago, and seeing how we transformed from a family-owned company to a more corporate culture is something I'm very proud of. Of course, the momentum we gained from a sales side was also quite impressive. From a 40 million company now growing to 120 million, of course, also with acquisitions. So we have broadened our service offering. We've gained momentum and from a regional presence. We've entered the market in Germany, in Belgium. So there are a lot of things, of course, also from an M&A perspective, the integration, the go live of Continu Professionals from the beginning of this year. A lot of things, actually too much to mention. No, each day is different than the other one. Some days I start my days with a task list thinking these are really the things I need to take care of. Then the day has ended and I look at my list and the list has only grew. So I would say it's very dynamic because we have a very commercially driven organization, but we are also evolving from the organization itself on IT, legal, finance. So there are a lot of things going on in this company, and if you are growing, then a lot of people are also developing their skills. So it is each day very dynamic, and I think that is also what we like, being flexible and taking up new challenges as the way they come up. Going back from my professional career, I have a background in finance, worked for several production companies, traveled the world, spent a lot of time in Asia, worked on IPO preparation, setting up new joint ventures, closing of production companies in Ireland. So everything I did, there was always a lot of change involved. And when I joined Continu, now the House of HR had just entered as a new shareholder. And from that moment onwards, we were also thinking about change and looking at new possibilities to grow even further. So when we started, we were a 40 million company with a family culture in it. And we expanded organically. We grew very fast. We were a very commercially driven organization. But we did 4 acquisitions in 2 years' time. We integrated them, and from that perspective, we keep on growing. And I think that is the most nice task to be in. The first 3 years I was with Continu, I did it from a CFO position, and well, maybe I was very outspoken to looking at new possibilities. So yeah, at the end, maybe because I had the biggest mount, they said, well, let you show us how it's done. But yeah, well, I think it's a team effort, and it's not only about being the CEO, but having a team with people around you, which makes it possible that you can grow. When I joined Continu, I wasn't really aware of the business itself. Of course, I worked in production companies and I had to deal with companies who supplied us with new employees. But when I joined Continu, I felt from day one, it felt like a warm bath. And you're really working with people, developing their skills, and that's something which is really amazing to do, because if you have a work-life balance, most people spend more time on their work than they spend at home. And when I started my career, I was always thinking, you need to have work to pay the bills. But I also like working because you get involved with a lot of people, they challenge you. So I always liked it to go to work, but during my career I've seen people who didn't have that drive or the mindset to create something nice on work, and they more saw it as a burden. And I think that we are in a very nice position where we can help people to free up their lives by giving them a job what they really like. Well, of course, we have a team with people around us. We are very bold and ambitious in the targets that we put in front of us. If I look from now, if we in a couple of years from now broaden our service offering from a candidate perspective, saying, well, we can do search and selection, we can do temp to perm, we can do real secondment. And from a customer perspective, that we could say, well, we are the preferred supplier for an SME, but also the preferred supplier for the large corporates, then I think we are gaining the momentum in becoming an HR service provider, as the way we would see it, a preferred supplier. So maybe double in size within a few years from now, and be active in the Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, and also providing our candidates to governmental business, but also the SMEs around the corner. Well, I think it's very nice to have a group of entrepreneurs around you. It doesn't matter in what company you look. I think everybody is as motivated to really make the best matches for our candidates and customers. And it is very nice that you can talk to colleagues. Maybe they are in a different specialization, but I think the cultural drive is within each company the same, and that works very motivating to be a part of such an amazing group.